Welcome. Thank you all for coming. We're excited to be here in Terrace Club. So please turn off your cell phones, I guess. The show runs about 90 minutes. And please also refer to the content warnings in the programs. QR codes are posted on the wall. But with that, I think we're ready to do that.
This is Ghost Quartet, Side 1, Track 1. I don't know. Now I don't know.
Now I don't know.
But I've been told.
But I've been told.
And that's true of
Everything I think I know. Everything I think I know.
I don't know.
That I don't know.
But I've been told.
But I've been told. Yes, I've been told.
Excuse me?
Can I help you?
I hope so. I lost my camera.
Did someone steal it?
No, it got smashed.
Maybe we can repair it?
It got smashed and lost. The pieces are lost.
I'm sorry. Here, have some whiskey.
Thank you.
It was a real camera, not a phone?
Not a phone. I do not like phones.
Me neither. Well, we'll get you all set up with a new camera, but sit first and drink a bit. You need to take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Are you traveling?
Yes, from Portland.
Oh, I've been there once. They have that cool library.
That's Seattle.
Oh, I get them mixed up. Did you grow up there?
Yes, when I was a kid.
That's nice. It's nice to have roots.
What about you? Have you been here long?
This store has been in my family for 4 generations.
Wow.
See that Rose loved a man who lived in the trees. Rose cried to Pearl, hold me tight, hold me tight. Rose went to his treehouse and looked at the stars through his telescope. She wanted to hold his hand, so she wrote him a poem, signed it and sealed it in a rice paper envelope with a lily for sale. But the man stole her work. He was the editor of a prestigious astronomy journal. He wrote down all she saw and published it in his name. And Rose grew to hate him. Then Pearl caught his eye. I'm a little confused and more than a little frightened. It's okay, my dear. This is a circular story. And so Rose ran into the forest and asked a great bear to maul the astronomer and to turn the cruel sister into a black crow, the corpse and the crow in a cave, till the crow started to starve, and she had no choice but to peck out the eyes of her lover and eat them. I don't believe any of this. Don't you remember? The bear named his price.
1 pot of honey, 1 piece of starch, 1 secret baptism, and a photo of a ghost. 1 pot of honey, 1 piece of stardust, 1 secret baptism, and a photo of a ghost.
Rose stole the honey from the soldier she pretended to love. Stole the stardust from an ancient she pretended to care. And for the baptism, she stole a baby from its mother, a frightened teenager mansion, and took the child into the sea. And the child was left. Side 1, track 3, Star Child. When I was a baby, I was blessed by a stranger in waters I didn't understand. And now I'm infected with disbelief and blasphemy. I'll never have a holy land.
There's a pusher, there's a photographer.
The driver zones out, the victim plays a game. The pusher screams out, the photographer doesn't help.
The driver zones out, the victim plays a game. The pusher screams out, the photographer doesn't help.
And the game is on my phone. In the game, I'm a soldier. In the game, there's a bear. In the game, a bear roars.
She selects the sword. She selects the sword. And the pusher gives a push.
And the driver can't stop, and the victim can't climb, and the pusher can't stop, and the photographer doesn't help, and the driver
And
can't
the
stop,
driver can't
and the
stop.
victim
And
can't
the victim
climb,
can't climb. And the pusher can't stop. And the photographer doesn't help.
And the driver
And
can't
the driver can't stop. And the victim can't climb. And the pusher can't stop. And the photographer doesn't help. And the driver can't stop. And the victim can't climb. And the pusher can't stop. And the photographer doesn't help. And the victim has a drink. And the pusher has a drink. And the photographer has a drink. There's a man on the platform screaming about the apocalypse, screaming about the day of revelation is at hand. Reveal it to me, reveal me everything. Reveal it to me, please, right now. Reveal it to me, please, right now. Reveal it to me, please, right now.
Side 1, track 5, Usher Part 1.
I suffer from a family evil. I am a slave to terror. I have a morbid acuteness of the senses. I only eat the most insipid food. Only wear garments of certain textures. The odors of flowers are oppressive to me. My eyes are tortured by faint light, and there are only certain peculiar sounds like those from stringed instruments which do not inspire me with horror. I dread the future. My little girl is dying.
On a dull, dark, and soundless day in the autumn of 1873, my wife and I sat at the bed of our only daughter, Roxy.
The icy sinking
Side 1, track 6, Soldier and Rose. I am a soldier, and as a soldier, I've gotten used to death. Ghosts don't bother anymore. I know I've got mine coming. So some morning in the night isn't any big thing. Come here, soldier. Look me in the eyes. If I told you that I loved you, would you give me some honey? I've got mine coming, it's just a matter of time. Come here, soldier. Sit down in my lap. If I told you when I saw you, I felt a little shock, and all the stars and moons and skies and birds and trees and sharks and seas, and even I began to cry and tremble. When my heart leaps in my throat, I feel electric pulses in my fingertips. Come here, soldier. Let me suck your thumb. If I told you this is special and love is more than chemicals, that it's me and you and angels too, and time will end and we'll transcend and rise above the ash and dirt, and baby, I'll never hurt you, 'cause you are me. Would you believe me? Do you believe in love? Do you believe in love? I am a soldier. I don't believe in anything. But if you want to steal my honey, please wait until I'm drunk. Then take me on to the dance floor and let me cry against your cheek. Then take me out back and shoot me in the alley. I won't speak, I won't say a word, I won't come back to haunt you. I won't have the time.
Side 1, track 7, any kind of dead person.
If you could be a bird, what kind of bird would you be?
A robin.
If you could be a cat, what kind of cat would you be?
A
part of breakfast? What part of breakfast would you be?
The piece of toast.
If you could be a dead guy, what kind of dead guy would you be?
I'd be a ghost. Don't want to be a zombie, 'cause zombies are just fun. Don't want to be a vampire, 'cause they can't feel the sun. Don't want to be a medical corpse, the students will cut me wrong. No, I just want to be a ghost and go all night long. Don't want to be a fool, 'cause I respect myself. Don't want to be some ashes in the coffee can off the shelf. Don't want to be a wraith, I could never be that strong. No, I just want to be a ghost and go all night long. Don't want to be a poltergeist, 'cause I'm no movie star. Don't want to be a lich, I'm not even sure what they are. Don't want to be just a brain in a jar and laugh and South Hong Kong. No, I just want to be a ghost and go all night long. Don't want to be a spook, 'cause that word's a little racist. Don't want to be a mommy, I've been incarnated. Don't want to be a white walker, that's a mother fella's song. No, I just want to be ghost and go all night long.
Alright, thank you. That was the end of side one.
Yeah!
Oh.
Maybe later.
Could have brought my one more.
So, therefore,
Did I give them all of you?
I
These are these are relics.
Literally. You have a lot of them.
Okay. I'm good. Yeah.
This is side 2, track 1, The Astronomer. I am not a priest, and I am not a monk, and I don't go to church much, but when I do, I stand and I sing loud. sing like that. But I don't practice enough.
Practice, practice,
No, I don't practice enough.
practice, practice.
I'm confounded by music and stories and laughter and goodness and babies, infinity and luck. I'm confused by the notion that somebody loves me, and drugs make me crazy, and the clairvoyant told me once I've got an old soul. Oh Lord, I wish I could sing like that, but I don't practice enough.
Practice, practice,
I don't practice enough.
practice, practice. There's a man in Iran.
And in Iran,
He says that
says he talks
he
to
talks to
the
ghosts.
way that he does it.
How does he do
is
it?
Hasn't spoke to anyone alive in 42 years.
42 years.
Turns his mind off every day and stares at the wall. He is one with the universe, and he
Says that every soul that ever
dies,
dies,
singing in the shadows of the sky. But if that's the experiment, if that's what a scientist would have to do, if that's how long it takes, I'm afraid I just haven't got the time. So I'll go home,
Go home
pour
and
some
drink,
whiskey,
and I'll sigh.
and when it's time to go to bed, I'll keep the night light on.
Practice, practice.
Side 2, track 2.
Roxy, honey, could you come in here a minute?
I don't wanna.
Roxy, it's family meeting.
Family meeting.
Family meeting.
I'm playing.
I was just gonna go see the Falconer.
No, it's family meeting.
We can all play later. Give me your toys.
But the Falconer's only in town until festival.
It can wait, son. You can take the carriage into town when we're done. Roxy, we wanted to talk to you a bit.
About what?
Well, about Rose.
If this is just about Rose, can I go?
We could really use your support here, kiddo.
What about Rose?
Roxy, honey, how old are you now?
7?
Well, that's pretty old. You're getting to be a real big girl.
Yeah, guess so.
Remember last spring when we put a bunch of your old toys and books away in the northern wing?
Yeah.
Well, don't you think maybe it's time to kind of put Rose away too?
No.
None of us have ever even seen her, so...
Look, Roxy, it's fine to have an imagination. I mean, I used to play when I was little and I had friends in my head, sure. This is a big house. I know it gets lonely. But we're afraid that Rose may be holding you back from hanging out with other kids.
That's not nice.
Roxy, it's time to grow
Oh,
up.
get over yourself, Mom.
Ooh.
Roxy!
Look, I know who she is. She told me. Rose told me.
Roxy.
She's my sister. She died when I was a baby, blah, 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 and now she's lonely and wants me to cross over. And maybe that'd be sad for you, but maybe it'd be great for me. She says all the adults over there wish they had died when they were little too, because it's so much better over there than all this crap. And all this crap with getting old and disease and war and torture and butchers and having to be alone with your stupid mind all the time. She says that over there, they don't have computers or any of that shit, and everyone's mind is just fine. They just hang out in nature all the time, only it's better because it's perfect nature with no bugs or humidity or anything. And no, radon, it's not so perfect, it's boring. They figured that out too, so there are gray days and rain and stuff, but it's fine because everyone likes to be a little sad some of the time and watch the rain on the windowsills because they're all soul. They're all soul. Did you know Rose is a star child? That's right, she's a freaking star child. So I'm sorry if this is like sad for you, but you're gonna be dead in like 30 years and even less if you two keep drinking.
Roxy!
And when you meet me over there, you'll see and you'll think, God, that 30 years of being all sad was just stupid. But who cares anymore? Because now it's just an eternity of soul and swimming and fruit. So why don't you just shut up? Why don't you just have another fucking drink and shut the fuck up?
Side 2, track 3, 4 friends.
Oh, Evan Williams, you dirty-faced, scruffy-kneed boy. When I'm gonna drink you out of my shoe.
I like to lose my mind, get blurry, sloppy, boozy, and blind. Like to put my hand on a pretty girl's knee, and I got 4 dear friends to help me. Oh, Jameson, you dignified, righteous young man. I don't care much for God, no matter what set of rules you've got. Honestly, and a Catholic, that to me it's just Dilly's Squad. But I love a good rebellion. I love to hear the fiddles slide. So when the rebels croon out that rising moon, I'm sitting right here on Jimmy's side. I like to lose my mind, get blurry, sloppy, boozy, and blind. Like to put my hand on a pretty girl's knee, and I got 4 dear friends to help me. Oh, Maker's Mark, you sweet little temptress, you.
I remember you and my daddy sitting in the easy chair. He'd be hoping your wax and pour a finger or two, and then he'd sit in the dark and just stare. Now I know that he was thinking about something, maybe something sad from long ago. But when he took me in with that sad little grin, I think maybe I don't want to know.
I like to lose my mind, get blurry, sloppy, boozy, and blind. Like to put my hand on a pretty girl's, pretty boy's knee, and I got 4 dear friends to help me. Oh, Lagavulin, you lovely lady of the locks.
There's a forest burning somewhere, and the moon is red as blood. But then I look in your eye, and the fairies come, and I'm squishing my toes in the blood. I'm dancing on the stones of the oracle. I'm kissing in a waterfall. I'm under your spell, in a wishing well. I'm lost and I don't care at all.
I like to lose my mind, get blurry, sloppy, boozy, and blind. Like to put my hand on a pretty girl's knee, pretty boy's knee, and I got 4 dear friends to help me. 4 dear friends to help me. 4 dear friends to help me.
There we go. Side 2, track 4, Fathers and Sons.
Let me drink tonight, don't bother me. Y'all can go away, just the bottle can stay. La da 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 da. I'm never really happy, and I'm never really sad. But I'm a pretty bad lover, and bum bum bum. Side 2, track 5, Usher Part 2.
As Roxy lay dying in her bed, my wife sang and our son played his guitar. Wild improvisations, dirges and waltzes, fevered rhapsodies.
Stones are alive, the stones are alive, the decaying trees, the muscle below, the muscle below, the condensation on the window, he's all alive, all alive.
The driver can't stop, the ghost is here. The driver can't stop, the ghost is here. The driver can't stop, the ghost is here. Driver can't stop, the ghost is here.
Where is my brother?
I'm right here.
Where is my sister?
You don't have a sister.
Where is my little girl?
She's gone.
She's gone.
And with that, Roxy died.
We looked upon the face of our little girl.
The mockery of a younger is in love, was in love, is in love, was in love. But the lover is in love with the older, not the younger. But the lover is in love with the older, not the younger.
I love the way you see the world. I love the way your soul sings. I wish that I could sing like you. I wish that I could feel things.
Never take the stars away from me.
Side 2, track 7. Tango dancer.
Excuse me?
Can I help you?
I hope so. Are you ancient?
That's not polite, child.
I'm sorry, you know what I mean.
Yes, child. And yes, I am. Do I know you? You look like my sister.
No, I'm from far away. My name is Rose Red.
My sister's name was Dunyazar.
It's a beautiful name. I know her from the stories.
She's been dead a long time now. What do you mean?
Stardust? Just one piece?
I don't know if I have any left. 1001 is a pretty big number.
I always figured you could go on forever.
No. Not forever. just alone. And I sat in a chair by the wall, all alone. Staring at my phone. I was empty then, and I'm empty now, but it's not the same at all.
Side 2, track 8, Monk.
But Scheherazade, how did Rose Red steal the Star Child from Roxy? I mean, surely Lady Usher had a security system. Were they outside in a park?
Yes, they were outside in a park.
Oh, of course. You tell such wonderful stories, Scheherazade.
Thank you, Dunyazad. I sure hope the Shah thinks so. It's good to be with you.
Yeah.
Glad you're here.
Hey, what's behind that door?
Daniel thinks Monk.
A monk? Like you?
No, not like me. Monk. Thelonious Monk. He thinks that the ghost of Thelonious Monk is living behind that door. This hidden door in the 14th century ancient palace of Shah Zaman. Daniel serenades him every night with music from that piano. And it's the last piano in the world, and he's cut his fingers with every note he plays because the gods have decreed that humans don't deserve music anymore because they think we don't treat it holy enough. And every sound gives him migraine thickness, blinding pressure, bamboo shoots in the fingernails, and yet, listen. He plays Thelonious Monk's music every night in the hope that Monk's ghost will awaken from his slumber, open the door, and forgive him, and grant him a smile, a kiss, and a meaning for all of his pain.
Oh,
Will you dance with me?
okay.
Do you remember a time when we were just sisters? Do you remember anything else?
No, not yet, but I'm getting there.
Side 3, track 1, Lights Out.
Mommy, will you read me a story?
Roxy, honey, you've got to go to sleep.
But I can't. It's not dark enough. There's too many little lights, little moons, little candles, little snowflakes, little glows, little bits of stardust.
Hush now, Roxy, honey. Those are little magic lights is all. Each little magic light is a little magic story.
Little moons, little candles, little snowflakes, little glows, little bits of stardust. It's better when you tell it, Mom. Did your mom ever tell you stories?
My mom wasn't very nice.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. Just one story.
All right. Arabian Nights.
Yeah.
All right. This is side 3, track 2, the photograph.
How did Rose lose her camera?
She threw it to the ground, disgusted by what she had done.
What had she done?
She had taken a photograph of something inappropriate, or rather, a photograph at an inappropriate time, or rather, a photograph instead of being a hero.
What was the photograph of?
A ghost, or rather, a
Does the ghost haunt her?
She sees her eyes when she closes her eyes looking back at her eyes underneath her eyelids. She is always screaming.
Has anyone else ever screamed?
Her daughter, her sister, her lover, her mother.
Rose. Does Rose believe in ghosts?
Rose believes in the restorative properties of the ocean, in the importance of sharing meals and never drinking coffee on the bed. She believes in the standard model of love in which the two lovers are bonded into something greater than themselves. She believes in the oversoul that all living things in the universe are part of a single consciousness. She believes in freshly washed linens and flowers on the table and binding of bags full of marginalia. She believes in
How did her belief system break down with the appearance of the ghost?
softly, without trouble, in a series of imperceptible shifts.
How many people has Rose in?
Rose is the same as anyone else.
Side 3, track 3. Bad Men. 3, 4.
Scheherazade was ending the story for the night.
And so Rose left the shop with a brand new camera and the number of the subway train written on her arm. But now the sun is rising, and that is all I am permitted to say. Do you like my story, Shahzaman?
It is a marvelous tale.
What
will command a great feast for the kingdom with the largest board that the court has ever seen, and great oaken casks full of honey sweet wine will toast to the could have been queen. And when the feast is in full swing, and the butterfly jesters are dancing, I will take the largest cask back to my room. And I'll drink all alone in my room, and I'll cry like a baby, and I'll drink so much I'll get sick, and then I'll lie on the bathroom floor, and I'll drink some more, and I'll keep drinking for 42 years. An old man all alone in his chair, watching game shows, making fun of the contestants for their stupid answers and their wasted lives.
A wasted sack of a bed, an empty brown paper bag, soggy and gross.
If you can lose your temper, then I can lose my mind. If you can lose your temper, then I can lose my mind. If you can lose your temper, then I can lose my mind. If you can lose your temper, then I can lose my mind.
Come look at the stars, dear Pearl. Come look at the stars, dear Pearl.
How could you? Sister, how could you?
Thanks for singing, that's all.
Wait, Roosevelt, you were never
I always knew you were shallow. I always knew you didn't know me. I always knew you didn't believe in me. I always knew that I bored you. I always knew I wasn't pretty enough to hold you. I always knew you'd go with someone smarter than me. I always knew your mind was elsewhere. I always knew you were a snob. I always knew you had your head in the stars. I always knew you and your books. You and your fucking books. I am not a puzzle. I'm not some fucking logic puzzle for you to figure out. I am not a fucking game. Why don't you just go fuck your books? Why don't you just go fuck all your fucking books? I will see you smarter. We'll see.
Do you have the things I asked for? One pot of honey, one piece of stardust, one secret baptism, and a photo of a ghost.
Hello there, bear. I have the things you asked. I had to go through several lifetimes to get them, and now I'm in your cave in my sexy red cloak.
I know, little girl, but now I'm gonna eat you up like berries.
But will you do what I asked? Molly, astronomer, turn my sister into a crow.
I am not a murderer or a crazy person. I just like honey.
Just like honey.
You'll just have to do it yourself. Now go away, little girl.
I hate you.
The driver can't stop, the ghost is here. The driver can't stop, the ghost is here.
Start 3, track 4. Usher sharp 3, 2, 3, 4.
Days and nights of bitter grief. Our son had fled to New York City with his child. The lady and I slept in separate chambers, as Roxy lay dead in the vault beneath us.
The dead can sing. Sleep will not come. There's a storm tonight. There's a storm tonight. The dead can sing.
I gasped and struggled and bolted upright in my bed. The terrible wind, the song of the storm, the storm. My wife rapped at the door.
Can you hear her? Throw open the windows, let the storm in. We don't need moons or stars or God. We have the wind, the terrible wind.
My wife's madness had grown to epic proportions. The only things that soothed her were fictions. Stories from our vast library. Let me read you a story, let me read you a romance. I will read, you will listen, and this terrible night will pass. Let me read you a story, and this terrible night will pass. I lifted the book, read the title. Book 7, Chapter 10. The Tale of Pearl and the Pusher and the Subway Driver and the Photograph. 2, 3, 4. Pearl stood on the platform, playing a game on her phone, trying to beat the boss at the end of the level. And there's a man on the platform, screaming about the apocalypse.
Someone I loved very much, smiling in bed, holding a teddy bear. And then I let the train whip through.
guess I messed up. Guess I made a bad call. But I have no idea what I could have done different. One little choice
You're my sister, and you're my lover, and you're my child, and you're my best friend. And Rose, don't you recognize me? It's me, your little girl. I'm your little girl.
Or maybe there just isn't a heaven. I think that's
Do you remember when we used to go up in your treehouse? Look at the stars through your telescope?
I don't think that's happened
Dance with me?
yet. Okay.
Do you ever think about kids?
I don't know. I mean, in the abstract, yeah. I mean, I don't really make that much money as an MTA worker. Does photography pay well?
They had kids, you know. Sisters.
Weird.
Yeah. That's really pretty. You're a really good pianist, Daniel.
Thanks. I practice a lot.